Hi, this is Anand from Geekstick. This is continuation of last video Git basics. In this Git basic operation, we are going to see the demo of some basic commands. Here, I logged into the GitHub. We are going to create a repository called test. I am not going to include any README or gitignore or license. Instead of public, I'm going to keep it as private. I'm creating a repository now. So by default, it will give all the required commands. If you want to push all those files like init, you can ignore this README. Okay, then one more thing we need to do here. In the settings, I'm going to create it in a new tab. In the settings, come to SSH key. Here, I have added my public key. Okay, I will show you where this private key is going to be. It is going to be in my .ssh. It is in this ID RSA. Actually, when you are creating SSH keygen, you can name it anything, but the Git, it is looking for the specific word ID underscore RSA. Then only it works. If you try to keep your private key or public key combination in different name other than ID RSA, it is not going to work. Otherwise, you need to go and change it in the configuration. Let us not go into that much depth. We will keep it as simple as possible. Keep it ID RSA, then keep this public key in this GitHub. So you need not, every time you need not provide this username password. That's it. Now we are going to create some folder called test. So already I'm having a folder called test. So instead I'm going to do test demo. Keep it clean. No files. I'm going to create some files called file1.txt. I'm going to do this echo. Okay, the file1 is created. Now going to create the second file called file2.txt. So cat file1.txt, it gives this banana. Cat file2.txt, it gives apple. That's it. Very simple. Now is there any hidden folder? No hidden folder. So I'm going to say git init. Yes, ls minus lart, the .git folder. .git folder only will have that as we showed in that first diagram. It will have the staging area and local repo. Now for every time, all we need to see is the status. What is git status? It's an untracked file. It's not at move to local repo. So it is untracked. File1 and file2.txt is untracked. So now what we need to do, we need to create an index in the staging area. So staging area is in between working directory and local repository. So I added, the index is created. Again, we will see the git status. See the difference between untracked file that is moved to changes to be committed. So then what is the next command? Now we are going to do commit. The git commit -m stands for the messages. Here instead of git add dot, you can individually also you can add files. Only file1.txt and file2.txt, like that also you can add. Now it is committed. Excellent. Now let's go to the GitHub. This is the actual, the URL. So now what we are going to do, git remote add origin, and all this file, first we need to set the remote where it is going to pointing to. Okay, it's added. Now we are going to push. See, by default it is pointing to master, right? Git push origin, that's the beginning. Okay, then it is pointing to master. By default it will be master only. Now I am pushed. Okay, now it is into the new branch, master. Perfect. Let's see how is it going to be in this test folder. Excellent. This file1.txt is created, file2.txt is also created. That's it. Very simple, right? Straightforward. In the comment I will list all those commands, so it will be very clear. Now we can individually open the file and see what is in file 1. It's only banana. Excellent. And what about this file 2? Only an apple. Now here also we can edit those files. Why I am doing this changes directly in the GitHub? To demonstrate the pull and clone. Now let's see how we are going to pull the contents from here. So banana, I am going to be add a cherry. Add a cherry. Still it's having only banana, but in the remote repo it is added. Assume some other team member added that, updated that file1.txt. How we are going to get it? That's what we need to see now. I'm going to use this command, like how we push the file. Git push origin master, likewise git pull origin master. Okay. Here I got banana and cherry. All the way it is updated into my working directory. After pull, you can make some more changes if you want. These are the things we need to work on here. Now, because someone is also changing, but I don't want my files to be touched every time. So what I am going to do, I am going to create a new branch called patch 1. Sorry, first I need to create a patch 1 branch. So git branch patch 1. Let's see the git command. Yes, git branch master and patch 1. But still it is pointing, you see this the star, it is pointing to master only. Now we need to pointing it to that patch 1. How we are going to do? Git checkout patch 1. Now again see the command. Yes, now it is pointing to patch 1. You can see this git log. What are the files got changed? Everything you can see now. Now from here, I am having all these files. Now I am trying to push all this file to the new branch called patch 1. How I am going to do? In this folder, again I need to follow the same step called git add. Again check git status. Okay, it is clean. Now instead of master, I can call it as directly, I can push it to patch 1. Perfect. All this file is moved to the patch 1. Let's see in the GitHub. Patch 1, this file 1.txt is there. So now I can decide which branch I need to work on. So the rest of the commands like stash, the multiple changes, and yeah, cherry pick and all those things, we can see it in the next video. The last one what we are going to see is the clone. Here I will clear all the commands. What happened in test demo, we have seen some file, and here I am going to the git clone and this URL name and test demo 2. What will happen? It will create the folder called test demo 2, and that where the file is currently pointing to, everything will be pulled. Test demo 2. See, all those files are available here. Yeah, that's it. We will be comfortable with this basic commands, then we are good enough to move ahead. In case, for though we know everything, it doesn't mean day-to-day life or day-to-day development work, we may not be using it. So, but these are the bare minimal commands, first we must be so comfortable with. Thank you.